Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the last episode. Maybe the last, maybe not the last. Depends if I'm making another episode about the secret doors. I might not, I might. But the last episode of the Runecraft for BritCraft series. In this video, I'll explain about the hexes and the curses, how they fit together, and how you can utilize them to make a good trap, you could say. So just a quick explanation. Hexes are how you apply curses. A curse is something that could potentially ruin the fight chances of someone against you. Which is why there are a lot of runes that depend on activation from the enemy. I'm going to start by making all the hexes. There are 3 hexes. They're all pretty simple. The first one is called the touch hex, which kind of explains that it's activated by touch. And I'll just place it here. Depending on the tier, again, the tier is the outer shell of the thing. Yep, that's a button. So you have some buttons here. You place them like this around in a circle, and it says the touch hex makes whatever block is enchanted inflict a curse upon the activator when he or she attempts to click the block, left or right. So for some reason I haven't made this work at all. It will not activate at all, even if I click the button, even if I click here, even if I click here, there. Nowhere will activate the button or the hex. I'm not sure why. I'm not disabled them. But here's another one. Hopefully this one might work. So we have this one. Is called the damage hex. Works a bit like the touch hex, although it uses glass instead of buttons. Again, it doesn't do anything. I'm not sure. I think you need to make the curse first and then the hex, and then you activate the curse and then onto the hex. So this is the damage hex. The damage hex makes whatever block is enchanted inflict the curse upon the activator when he or she attempts to break the block. Okay. The last one, the final one, is called the portal hex. It's probably the one going to be utilized the most, and that's why it has a bit more expensive ingredients, if you ask me. It uses the cobblestone around, and then it uses netherrack, like so, right? That's the portal hex. The portal hex makes whatever block is enchanted inflict the curse upon the activator when he or she teleported to that block using waypoints, recall, and so on. It does not activate if you just walk over it. As you can see, I'm just walking over it. It needs to be activated through teleportation. So let's try making a curse so we can test it out. The most viable one is probably the Butterfingers one, and that has a funny name. Yes, I know, but it is also a extremely vital curse that will open for everyone, elites, non-elites, you name it. Both have the Butterfingers one. That's because I feel like if only elites can utilize this, it's just going to be an extremely unfair advantage in PvP, as you can see in a second when I get to try it out. Hopefully I will. See, it says Butterfingers Curse accepted. To use this curse binded with a hex rune, those afflicted will sometimes drop what they're holding when using it. The stronger the rune, the more frequently this occurs. A counter-curse is available. I'll talk about the counter-curse. So, apparently it doesn't work. I think you have to bind it to something, and then, sorry for that. Yeah, I think you have to bind it to something, and then, by binding it, you, can then activate it on the thing. So that was the Butterfinger Curse. As it said, it makes you drop items. Again, you, activate in here. You activate, or you change the thing in the middle, the tier. So the higher the tier, the bigger the chance. I believe Tier 7 has a 90% chance of dropping constantly, or else that's tier 6. If it's tier 6, I think tier 7 has a 100% chance. So it is extremely vital that you make a counter-curse, and this is not a counter-curse. So this is in fact yet another curse, just to make your life even more miserable. It looks like this, and as many of you may have noticed, it looks like a mousetrap. It doesn't at all, does it? But it is a mousetrap. Mousetrap accepted. Those who are caught using the trap will be set aflame. The stronger the trap, the longer they burn. And yes, it burns them. You can also replace the obsidian with glowstone. As they go. Does that make them shine up? Yes, it does. In fire and lava. Actually, it makes them, it will be the center of a lightning storm. The longer the storm lasts. Okay? So, very, very dangerous runes. There's also one rune that I've also added to everyone. I believe, I'm not sure if I only added this to elites, but I wouldn't see why I would. And if I have, I might open it for everyone. It's called the Babel Curse. No one ever knows the story of the Babel. If you don't, you will now. Because Babel means language, I believe, in some language. If you know about Babel fish. And there's a reason why it has the name Babel Curse. It's so close related to blah. Because, if I remove this glass, those afflicted will sometimes speak in gibberish. Okay? So those who are afflicted by this sorry, those who are afflicted by this curse will sometimes speak in gibberish. Okay? So that might mean that using it will make you sometimes. Oh, what's going on? I guess this is some kind of bug or something. Just automatically equip it. I use a carrot. What happened? I don't equip no carrot. It makes you talk in complete gibberish, and I have not tested it out. I would love to, but I couldn't. And there's also one curse left. Yet another curse that doesn't have a counter curse that is pretty not dangerous, I would say so. But it can give a good scar to your enemy, if you'd like. Looks like this. And then you have 4 signs. The null sign starts, so I write hello. Oh no, it's clockwise, sorry. How? You. Okay. So I can activate that, and it says those who activate the hex will see the words you have defined in the colors you have selected. See, it would say hello, how, you to the player who touches the thing. So there's obviously also a counter curse. The way the counter curse works is that the counter curse stops the curse you have on you. If you do not stop it, it can last for a long time. In fact, it can last up to hours if you do not counter curse it. Some you might even have to counter curse, or else they'll last forever, and that can be relatively annoying. So the counter curse, I'm just going to quickly remove the Babel curse here. I think we've seen enough of that, so I can have some more space. There's a little boom there in the notebook. So we just replace that. Put that back in there. So the counter curse looks a lot like the null curse. Plug one. Bookshelf one. Except it's a bit more inwards. I'm just going to use netherrack because I don't have any stone. Oh, wrong block. Where's my bookshelf? Oh, I have it in my inventory. So we do it outwards like this, and like this. Oh, like this, and like this. Now we do it again, around like this. But there's a very specific thing you need to do. This will not work. This won't work. Although it's this way it looks, but it's not the way it works. You need to put a redstone torch there, a redstone torch there, a redstone torch there, a redstone torch there. And then you need to put back the blocks, like this, like this, like this, like this. Then put the redstone torches back again. The reason for this is that the redstone torches must be unlit. Babel Counter-Curse, you aren't cursed with Babel. If I were to put the normal one, this will take some time, I apologize very. If I am to take the normal one, it will not work. I can show you. Nope, nothing. Oh, wait. Personal teleporter accepted. Such a destination does not exist. Therefore, it thinks it's now a personal teleporter, but it's not. Again, the same with the ice one. So we go inwards and out, or outwards and in. So we start here, and go round like this, round like this, round like this, round like this, and then I'm not going to undo the redstone torches now. I'm just going to keep the redstone torches as they are, but you know that these also have to be unlit. Unlit. Just making sure someone watches this and goes like, oh, I thought you said lit. Oh. So as you can see, it doesn't work. So, I hope you've understood that you need curses and hexes. How the curses and hexes works, I am not sure, but that's why we've added it for you to test it out, for you to make it work, and hopefully you will find out how they work. Also, I found out what the thing was called where you put things on your weapon, I believe. But I think it's better that you find out yourself. And there's also something called damage sensors and pressure sensors, which sensors if anyone steps on the rune, and if anyone does, it will activate a rune. So it's extremely compatible with a lot of things, and we hope that you make the best of it, and then you make some traps and some curses and some hexes that you can hex people with. And apart from that, there's not much to say. I will, in the description of each video, I will put up the tier list. I will put up the information about the what's it called, the Runecraft, so you can read about all runes. I will put up a list of runes that non-elites and elites have, possibly on the forum. Not sure that will come up on the video, but we'll see. And on each video I'll have maybe some small tips and tricks, and hopefully you'll be able to utilize these the best, and find ways of utilizing the runes in a way that we haven't thought of. So in the end, I will say naught more, but I will quickly create a rune just for the fun of it. This is my favorite rune, in case you didn't know. This is also available for elites, by the way, so be careful, new players. Trampoline. This would be useful with the ferry boots. think there's not more to say than me getting stuck in this, being unable to move. I think that's it. See you later, friends.